welcome to Babs Chats. I'm Babs. Let's chat. Today about Scrubs, one of my all-time favorite TV shows. We're going to see if it still holds up. It premiered in 2001 and it's the year 2021, so it's 20 years later. If you don't know what Scrubs is, it is a medical drama, but it has comedy, so it's a dramedy. And fantastic as a kid, so we'll see.
Since I was a kid, I've been able to sleep through anything. Storms, sirens, you name it.
JD.
Last night I didn't sleep. I guess I get a little goofy when I'm nervous. You see, today isn't just any other day. It's my first day.
Good. Could you go drop an NG tube on the patient in 234 and call the attending if the lavage is positive?
I don't know Jack.
I feel like we can all relate to that, you know? You go into a job, you think you know all this stuff, and then you're like, oh my God, I don't know anything. Like, that's very true. I mean, I'm not like an attending or a medical resident, but I know going into my own job, the first day is always very, do I know what I'm talking about? I don't know. And the x-ray is backwards.
Chris Turk's my best friend. We roomed together in college. We roomed together in med school. Hell, we even got accepted by the same hospital.
Honestly, they have the best bromance of anybody. I don't care. Present day, back in the day, JD and Turk, they still warm my heart. I love it so much.
So surgical interns are gonna go grab a beer.
The medical interns are having a PacMan Tournament. Apparently we're all 12.
I love PacMan.
Me too. I love watching it. I love playing it. I love all of it.
I'm Elliot.
Elliot.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm JD. It's just...
Already, the dynamic is so amazing. Like, I know I'm biased because I've seen the whole series growing up, but like in this moment, you know, here's this guy who's like totally like just ragging on his own team, right? The medical interns. And then here's this hot girl coming by and it's like, oh yeah, I love that too. Like, let me just agree with everything. And then we have Turk, who clearly is not remotely interested physically in her, and he's making an ET joke. It's funny.
Hey, are we like racing? Please, I'm not that desperate.
I love all of the little flashbacks. Truth be told, I often have those like same little thoughts. I know it might sound crazy, but like I daydream a lot actually. And especially growing up, I used to always want my life to be a musical. And so I think that's why I loved this show so much, is because of all of the like daydreaming that he does do. And it's just so funny and so like such a great way to, I don't know, to be okay with whatever your surroundings are, or to just kind of vent in your own way without having to talk to anybody. You just kind of dream and play things out in your mind. So I love that show for that.
You ever notice how quickly some people make an impression?
I'm a tool. I'm a tool. I'm a tool, an unbelievably annoying tool. Yeah, finally. These are your beepers. From now on, they control your entire life. Okay, thanks. Move it.
Back to today.
I wonder if they still use beepers in the hospital. I mean, we have like cell phones and stuff, and I feel like that'd be an easier way. But at the same time, you can't have your phone on you all the time, like go off.
First day, Bambi.
Carla.
I will take care of you. Don't look at me when we're moving somewhere. Be nice to Bambi.
Why has this Gomer got to try and die every day during my lunch?
I'm sorry, it's been a while since I've seen Scrubs, and I forgot how like blunt Dr. Cox is. But can you imagine, this guy's not dead and he's just talking over him, like whatever, it's fine.
Dorian, can you tell me what ailment most often...
I think I'm gonna love rounds. It's like being on a game show. What is uremia?
That's my boy. Hey, nice clean job on the Foley catheter.
I had a nurse do it. Unfortunately, I'm still afraid to touch anybody.
Also, Bob Kelso, he's like, watching this first episode, I feel so like, ugh, watching him. He just gives me like sleazy kind of vibes, you know.
Did you actually just page me to find out how much Tylenol to give to Mrs. Lenzner?
I was worried that it could exacerbate the patient's...
It's regular strength Tylenol. Here's what you do. Get her to open her mouth, take a handful, and throw it at her. Whatever sticks, that's the correct dosage.
Dr. Cox is just so... You would think this man does not really care about his patients, which if you continue watching later, you find out like that's not how he is at all. He's just really like rough around the edges. But can you imagine, like, this woman, she can't be dead. She's in a wheelchair, but you know, he just continues to talk kind of aggressively and rudely. In the hospital, he'd be fired. He would not be the attending resident. He would be gone a long time ago.
I'm going to go ahead and say this just as carefully as possible so I don't overstate it. Dr. Kelso is the most evil human being on the planet and may in fact be Satan himself. Advances that keep people alive who should have died a long time ago, back when they lost what made them people. Now, your job is to stay sane enough so that when someone does come in that you actually can help, you're not so brain dead that you can't function. For the love of God. What?
Do you think we should be talking about this info?
Her? She's dead. Write this down, Nibby. If you push around...
I'm sorry. He was doing everything he could to try to get his attention. So, I don't know. I don't know why I find that so funny. Oh my God. Okay. I love the show. To me, so far, it could be on TV now and I would still watch it. I don't know. The humor's there. There's a lot of slapstick, physical comedy. Obviously, probably some of the things maybe that have been said might have to be changed a little bit, but, you know, it's funny.
If they find out the nurses are doing your procedures for you, your ass will be kicked out of here so quick it'll make your head spin.
And there it is.
Have a terrific day.
See, I don't really think that doctors do a lot of the procedures that we're seeing on Scrubs so far. Like, they seem to be not simple, but like, they seem to be procedures that most likely nurses would do anyways. So I don't know how true that actually is. I mean, obviously, like, if it came down to it and he wasn't able to do these things, life or death, like, yeah, he wouldn't have a job. But I don't know. Like, I feel like nurses would probably do a lot of the things that he's asking him to do today. So...
Fifth time or so, it don't open.
Maybe there's a penny stuck in there.
Why a penny?
I don't know.
He's so tall.
Did you stick a penny in there?
No, I was just making small talk.
If I find a penny in there, I'm taking you down.
She's my dream girl.
The necrosis and infected stool most likely indicate what, Dr. Dorian?
I just love the literalness of taking what you're feeling and and then showing it on TV. Like, I wish I could do that. I wish I could just, like, put whatever I'm daydreaming about out there so people can really know. I mean, how well could you understand somebody if you actually saw what they were thinking, you know? Also, I love how Elliot's his dream girl. He knows nothing about her except that she's smart and hot.
Shut up and do it. Fantastic. Now just suck out the fluid with the giant needle. I think this needle's too big. I'm gonna get a nurse.
Come on, man. Learn by doing. Learn by doing.
I do love how Turk is the opposite of JD. You know, it's like JD's kind of scared of the world and very doe-eyed, and Turk's just like, let's do this. And sometimes you have to just go for it, and you're going to make mistakes, and you just, you know, it is what it is.
My first code. See, here's how it works. Someone's heart fails, they beep everyone. The first doctor in has to run the room.
I've never
tell
seen a
everyone what to do.
doctor
Basically
run down the
decide
hallway
if the
like
patient lives
this.
or dies. What am I, crazy? Don't Don't worry about the patient. Turk was already there, learning by doing.
Sarge, clear!
Plus, it turns out the guy was just sleeping, attached to a faulty monitor. I thought
Talk about a lawsuit that would happen. OMG. Poor Turk.
Relax.
Just hate it. I hate the darlings, I hate the sweethearts.
You don't need to tell me how hard it is being a woman around here.
Well, you're certainly furthering the cause by wearing a thong to work and hooking up in the on-call room.
Why would she say that? Like, she doesn't know who this woman is. She just knows she works at the hospital. That is so rude of Elliot. Like, up until this moment, I liked Elliot. In that moment,
You talk like that. Do you even know my name? I spend every second of my life either here or taking care of my mom. So yeah, maybe I needed a little closeness. I'm sure you never had a quickie at the club, right? Or snuck some skinny, flat-butted college boy up to your sorority room.
I can't imagine working in an ER that full.
Please forgive me if I act a little strange.
That would not fly today.
For I know not what I do.
You just ate a man's food.
Feels like lightning running through my veins. He crashed. The attending thinks it was a pulmonary embolism. No way anyone could have caught it. Anyhow, you have to pronounce him. Why didn't anybody page me? Could you just pronounce him so I can go home?
I'll never forget that moment. The way he looked exactly the same, only completely different.
Imagine, I don't know, it'd be really hard to like be a doctor or a nurse, you know, and you build this like semi-relationship, even if it's just a short relationship with this person, and then for them to die, like that's tough, like on your soul, on your heart. I don't know if I could do it, you know, because I'm a very sensitive soul, and I cry in like commercials and whatever, if it's like, oh, cute puppy has to have a home.
Hey, yeah, I lied before, man. I'm scared every second.
Really?
It's a good thing they make surgical masks, because if they didn't, everyone would know that my face is like this the whole time. Well, I think it's okay to be scared.
How true is that even now in this day and age where we're all like wearing masks? You know, like when we go back to being normal, we're going to be making all these weird faces. I know even I catch myself doing that sometimes, and I'm like, oh, I don't have a mask. They can see me.
See? Every story needs a good guy.
In fact, why don't you just head on home? You look kind of tired.
I am pretty tired.
Ugh, that patronizing tone. Ugh. Cannot stand Bob Kelso. Seriously.
Dr. Dorian, do you not realize that you're nothing but a large pair of scrubs to me?
I can't get it through the floor.
Well, don't be gentle. Get it in there.
Okay, connect it, please, Carl.
Normal rhythm.
No way.
Hey, it's a piece of cake. It's your patient.
You're leaving?
That's your patient, doctor.
Good. That's enough.
Sorry. It's a very big moment for me.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, a solid 8 for this first pilot episode. If you've never seen Scrubs, go into it just knowing that it's going to be a little bit of whimsical, quirky fantasy with this reality infused into it. And don't go into it thinking this is going to be a straight drama, because it definitely is not. I mean, this first episode is a very good indicator of JD's psyche and how we see the world from his eyes. And all the characters, for the most part, were really, really funny. And I think they all play their characters really well and who they are supposed to be. Like, it's very clear who each character really is. Whether or not they grow, you know, you'll have to see if you just end up watching Scrubs, which I do highly recommend because it's very, very funny and it gets better with age. I recommend skipping season 9 altogether because that's not a real season 9, but seasons 1 through 8 is phenomenal. So thank you so much for joining me today, guys. If you like what you saw, click the subscribe button, comment down below with anything that you might want me to see, and I'll be happy to take a look at it. I'll chat with you guys later.